Now, we are going to crochet the horns. Working into a magic ring, wrap the corresponding yarn around your fingers like this. Make a loop around middle finger. Pinch the crossover of the yarn with your thumb and the middle finger. In round 1, start with a chain stitch and work 6 single crochets. Finally end with 1 slip stitch. Insert hook into the loop on middle finger. Hook the yarn and put up a loop. A magic ring is formed. Work 1 chain stitch. Yarn 1 hook and pull the yarn through the loop on hook. That's a chain stitch. Then work 6 single crochets. Insert the hook into the magic ring. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop. There are 2 loops on the hook. Yarn around the hook and pull the yarn through both loops on the hook. That's a single crochet. Mark the first stitch of each round. Work 5 more single crochets in the same way. Pull the yarn tail tight to close the ring. Work 1 slip stitch. Insert hook into the marked stitch. Hook the yarn and put up a loop. Then pull the first loop on hook through the second loop on hook. That's 1 slip stitch. Round 1 is done. In round 2, start with 1 chain stitch and then work a set of 2 single crochets, 1 increase twice. Finally, join the round with 1 slip stitch. First, 1 chain stitch. Then work 2 single crochets. Next, 1 increase. Increase means working 2 single crochets in the same stitch. Work 1 single crochet first. Work 1 more single crochet in the same stitch. 1 set is done. Work 1 more set. Work 2 single crochets and 1 increase. Finally, 1 slip stitch. Round 2 is done. Pull the yarn tail to tighten the loop. In round 3, change the yarn first, then work 1 chain stitch, 8 single crochets and 1 slip stitch through back loops only. Take out the corresponding yarn. Work 1 chain stitch first. A regular stitch has 2 loops. The loop far from us is the back loop. Work 8 single crochets through back loops only. Insert the hook through the back loop of the first stitch. Place the yarn tail above the hook. Continue to finish these single crochets. Then work 7 more single crochets through back loops only. Finally, work 1 slip stitch. Run 3 is done. The stitches for runs 4 to 8 are the same. We will demonstrate run 4. Please finish runs 5 to 8 by yourself. In run 4, work 1 chain stitch, 8 single crochets, and finally 1 slip stitch. 1 chain stitch. Then work 8 single crochets. Finally, 1 slip stitch. Run 4 is done. In runs 5 to 8, also work 1 chain stitch, 8 single crochets, and finally 1 slip stitch for each round. Run 8 is done. Break yarn, leaving a long end for sewing. Break this yarn too. Now let's continue to work into the front loops of round 3. Insert hook in here. Take out the corresponding yarn. In this round, through front loops only, we'll work a stack of 2 chain stitch, 1 half double crochet, 2 chain stitch, 1 slip stitch in the same stitch. Skip 1 stitch, 1 slip stitch for 4 times. Work 2 chain stitch first. Then work 1 half double crochet in the same stitch. Yarn round hook. Insert hook into the front loop of the stitch. Hold the yarn and pull up a loop. 3 loops on the hook now. Yarn round hook and pull the yarn through all the 3 loops on hook. 1 half double crochet is done.
Half double crochet. First, work 2 chain stitches. Then turn over the fabric and we are going to work a half double crochet. Yarn round hook. Insert hook into a stitch. Hook the yarn and pull up a loop through the stitch. There are 3 loops on the hook. Yarn round hook. Pull the yarn through all 3 loops on the hook. That's a half double crochet.
Then work 2 chain stitches. Work 1 slip stitch in the same stitch. Skip 1 stitch. Work 1 slip stitch in the next stitch. One set is done. Work 3 more sets. 2 chain stitches. 1 half double crochets. One slip stitch. Then skip 1 stitch to work 1 slip stitch. Work 2 more sets in the same way. Finally, work one slip stitch in this stitch. Round 3 is done. Break yarn and pull the yarn tail out. One horn is completed. Please crochet one more horn in the same way.